What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We got through this whole episode 40, and then the computer turned off. Video and audio got corrupted. Ave
saved the day. I'm not gonna lie to
for
you.
like an hour, and somehow
The audio's here.
corrupted the file, and now it's back. The video is going to be shaky throughout this whole thing, but I think the audio is fine. So apologies in advance, but please enjoy.
Enjoy.
So do you like someone who can give banter as much as they can take it?
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do you
king
like
of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
I was driving past Holy Ghost, your alma mater, alma mater.
Should we restart?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was driving past your alma mater, Holy Ghost Preparatory School, on yesterday because I had to go to Home Depot, and I saw a banner.
Oh, really? Two, maybe?
I saw just one big one from 2024. State champions for baseball.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I thought you were going to talk about my two soccer
Oh,
players.
no, they weren't hanging on the outside of the building. No.
I mean, I guess has it been 10 years?
Yeah, it's 10 years, brother. Yeah.
10 and 11 years. Because I think I did one in 2014.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, it's really been 10 years.
Yeah. Well, the soccer in the fall, so you probably did in 2013.
Yeah.
2013 and 14, yeah.
Holy cow.
It's been dude, we're getting old, brother.
We got a podcast, man.
We have a
We're
podcast.
very old.
Did you have any anniversaries for Holy Ghost?
Like
Like a 10-year or
reunions?
anything? Yeah.
No.
No.
Did you?
No. I don't think I'd go.
Salem would. Wait, no, I saw
don't
on
think
Facebook, like, people were, like, pissed that you guys didn't have one. Did
Oh.
you go?
Not for 10 years. For like 25, I probably would.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like 10's a good amount of time.
Yeah, but I'm still in the hood as well. So it's
True.
not like
I don't feel old. I'm not good at being an adult, but I guess you're right. We were just shocked that it's been 10 years already.
yeah, it happened in the
I
blink
don't
of an eye.
talk to anyone from my high school, really. I don't think I don't like them. I talk to
You just
Mike,
grew out of it, yeah.
and then I would talk to more people, but
I just honestly just talked to the boys when I was in high school. So
I hope they listen to the pod.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
for sure.
yeah, actually, I'm going to start reaching out to them as
Oh,
we speak.
Shout out to Austin.
Oh, shout out to
Your
my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, he got married.
What an amazing wedding.
We've been
Such
off for a
beautiful
couple of
night.
days, so we got to update the people on what's going on.
Yeah. My brother got married. I had to give a best man speech.
How'd it go?
Dude.
You fit in any jokes?
No. So they didn't want any speeches at all.
Oh,
But Steph's cousins were like, we're doing something. So I was like, all right, let me put something together. So I did. I didn't crack really any jokes, but listen to this though. So I went last. So it was Steph's cousins. They both went together.
Mhm.
And then my oldest brother went, Gus,
Mhm.
and he didn't write anything down, went off the heart. So he's just
Wow.
up there talking, and like he got my brother to like almost tears. And then
Wow.
he just like drops the mic. He's like, yo, I can't do this anymore. And he just daps up Austin, gives
Then it
Steph
was
a
your
hug,
turn?
and then it was my turn.
What the hell?
He
That
gave me the
sucks.
mic. He's like, good luck.
That sucks.
Dude, I walked up. I was like, damn, how do I think I was like, sheesh, how do I follow that up?
Yeah, that's tough.
Got a couple laughs out there. And then I had something written down. So I gave my speech. Everybody thought it was pretty good. I got a lot of
the first
compliments on
time
it.
you live speech in front of a crowd?
Yeah. And I'm not a huge public speaker. So it was something, but
This might not be the job for you. Well, I guess we don't have a live audience, but it'd
No,
be
yeah,
cool
yeah.
if we did eventually.
at some point we would.
Like Pat McAfee.
Oh, dude, when he went over to London to watch the like the Notre Dame games.
Yeah. Anyway, Abe, episode 40.
Yeah.
Mike Allstott.
Damn, I'm gonna
Got
steal
them
Mike's. Sean Kempington.
Yeah. Are there any other 40s? I
I
was on
feel like I'm 40.
Dude, I was driving home nervous about 41. I got my 43 locked in. I got 42.
I don't have a 41 either. It's got to be like another fullback or something of that.
Or safety.
I think there's like a 41. Oh, wait, there's a great one.
Is it
Dallas
safety?
Mavericks.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you better say it first.
I didn't say it. No, I didn't say it. I'm going to save it for the episode.
No, I know, but
Oh, I'm going to beat you. to
once
it for
we
sure.
announce the
Yeah,
episode,
yeah.
whoever says the
Yeah.
name first.
Oh, I got 42 as well. Oh, I got a couple 42s.
Yeah.
There's one 42 that stands out, though.
Yeah, I'm going to get him.
I'm going to get it.
Oh, my. I'm going to get him. Oh, that might need to get clipped. Anyway, Mike's not here. He's
Wait.
taking the week off.
Okay, he's not. Okay.
No, I mean, he'll be here, but he's not here physically.
Yeah.
But he's going to
Mentally, he's
phone
definitely
in.
here.
We'll ask him some questions. Jessica's also taking the day off.
Yeah, okay.
So just me and you, Ave.
The boys. This is, I feel a little naked out here, but we're going to get through it, brother.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking, so obviously we can't hand it off to Jessica, although she's making just about as much noise as she possibly can. Oh, is that Appa? No, that's her. We don't have on the clock thing.
I know.
So I
I
did.
think you're cheating if you bring it up.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
But I saved something that I thought was fun.
Can you give me like an Instagram video where they had to guess something?
It's really just it's a top 20 list I'm looking at
Okay.
of most goals scored since 2000.
Okay.
I want to see if you can get 15. I'm almost certain you can get 10. But I think 15 would be pretty
Since
impressive.
2000?
Yeah, I think the best you could possibly do is 18.
Okay.
This is including like every league.
This is like every competition as well.
Yeah.
This is like Champions
Club and national team.
Oh,
level.
club and national team. Okay. Ronaldo, Messi,
Yeah.
Lua,
Yes.
Zlatan,
Yes.
Neymar,
Yes.
20 Van Persie,
No.
TT, Thierry Henry. You said since 2000, correct?
Yeah.
Van
But-
Persie's not on that list?
No. And
That
neither is
is-
Henri.
Wow. Van Nistelrooy?
No.
He's just like, what?
Yeah.
Most goals scored? All right.
I think they're just too
struggling.
old. That's all.
Waza?
No.
Waza's not on this list?
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
I think you're just in an
with
era.
difficulty.
too
I'm
far
just like
back.
naming. So it's like Mbappe on this list?
Yes, he's number 20.
All right. Wow. Mbappe's creeping in there. Sheesh.
You're gonna kill yourself over a
Fernando
couple of
Torres?
these. No Torres.
Damn.
The other Spanish striker from that era.
David Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
All right, I'll just
Give
run
me
down
some
the
help,
list.
yeah.
Okay. I'll give you help. Let's see. French guy?
Is Giroud
Nope.
French?
Even
guy.
better. Even more goals.
Zidane.
Nope.
French guy, more goals than
The Dream.
huh?
The Dream.
The Dream. No,
Kareem the Dream.
Kareem the Dream. No say.
Benzema.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
English bloke.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Yeah. Uruguayan.
Suarez.
And another Uruguayan.
Cavani.
Yeah. Another Brazilian, but like off league, never really played in a real league. He's a superhero.
Never played. Hulkington.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Yeah. A Bosnian.
Bosnian. Mm-mm.
Who do he's a
Bosnian?
Man City
Oh,
striker.
Dzeko.
Yeah. Another Argentinian.
Higuain.
Nope. Man City.
Oh, Aguero.
Yeah. So
Dude, I was going like older names. This is,
after that, I thought you could get that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too boring with the list, but other to note that I thought were fun: Eto and Obama Blood Gang. And then Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I struggled with that. That's wow.
I don't know. It's just a list for whatever reason. I was like, I forgot some of the names on it. Huntelaar's on it.
I can't believe there's no Thierry Henry or
And Van Persie.
Van Persie or Van
Henry
Nistelrooy.
might be too old, but I'm very surprised you're right about definitely Van Persie.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that means we can get right into the agenda. I think it only makes sense. I know it's technically not first written here, but we should talk NHL because
Hell yeah.
the Florida Panthers go back to back. Shout out Juan. Abe believed.
I believe.
I think I had the Oilers. I thought McDavid was. I mean, he played relatively well.
Yeah.
It was a crazy series. 2 OTs to start, and then I think Panthers cooked them.
They cooked them last night for sure.
Yeah. But the second,
There's no doubt about that one.
the second overtime game, I don't know if you saw, but the Panthers were up 3-0, and then the Oilers took it to overtime.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
see
came
that.
back 3-3, and then I think the Panthers actually scored again 4-3, and then the Oilers scored again, and then it went to overtime. So yeah, it's
Back
crazy.
and forth. Yeah.
But the Panthers just seem to have too much for the Oilers. What was his name?
The MVP. Sam
yeah.
Bennett.
Yeah, who had the hat trick in the last game?
I don't know.
Maybe it was him.
Sam Bennett won the MVP of the playoffs or the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's who's getting on the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
He actually had 4 goals. I think one was on an empty net though. Reinhardt.
Okay.
But did you know? So Bobrovsky, the goalie for the Panthers.
Cool name.
Yeah, Sergei Bobrovsky.
They're super Russian.
Yeah, he's
The
known.
most Russian.
I didn't realize this, but he's known for Flyers fans as the worst trade we've ever made ever.
So we had him on our roster?
Yeah, for 2 years. And ever since he's been traded, he's like done nothing but win. I think this might be his first 2 Stanley Cups,
yeah.
but he's been very, very good. And he was good for us. But we had, what's his name? Ilya Perov or something like that. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name now. And we just swore that he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, he wasn't, because now that I'm thinking about it, we only had him for a year and we're still paying him today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's got the Bobby Bonilla contract. He lives in Haddonfield.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, people see him. But so we traded Bobrovsky. Now he is a at least two-time Stanley Cup champion. And yeah, so I mean, I guess good for him, good for the Panthers. McDavid, I think he's a free agent soon.
Okay.
I want to maybe after next year he's a free agent. So
things could be.
I want to believe the Oilers have to win the Stanley Cup or he's gone.
Yeah, I mean they're there. They're so close. It's been 2 years where they went 7 games. They went 6 games this year. It's like they're on the cusp of a championship.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like hockey does have loyalty, more loyalty than other sports do.
Yeah,
today, not historically necessarily. So I guess there's a chance Oilers sign a couple more weapons, but yeah, to your point, it's like how much further can we take it without winning? He had a really cool. He's a pretty intense dude. I know he's great, and people have him as the potential top 5 player of all time already, assuming the trajectory continues relatively to how he's already played. But he's a good leader. When they were down 3-0, I don't know if it's a good leader, but there's a clip of him in the locker room. They eventually like shut the shades so that you can't see it, but he's just yelling at the guys and just talking about like accountability and giving more effort and all that.
Yeah.
And then that's when they came out and they scored three goals. And I think he did something similar last year. So it's kind of a shame. It's almost like he's Tom Brady-like, but if Tom Brady never quite won, so he's very likable. Yeah. Tom Brady is likable.
Yeah.
Now that he's retired, a lot of people like him.
Yeah, for sure.
But when he's playing and he's winning all the time, then it gets
annoying.
Then it's a little bit dicey. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can have this conversation. I think there's like so much emphasis on winning for players, and like it's a team sport, so like it's obviously hard to do, but you have to give Connor McDavid his flowers. Like he's been so good for so long, and he's there. He's almost there. He's at the precipice of making history and winning the Stanley Cup. But like you have to appreciate his game, and we have to do that for all sports in general. Like we give too much attention to one thing, but like one team.
Did you see LeBron saying that recently?
No.
Did you see that clip?
No, I have not.
Oh, LeBron was just talking about championships and how it's a shame because people
Ring
like
culture
Charles
is so bad,
Barkley or Steve Nash. I don't know if he said Kevin Durant, but well, Kevin Durant's won at this point. But for whatever reason, like in my head, he's kind of like a wingless guy. But like people like that can never be brought up as one of the best ever because they don't have a ring, and it's like I don't know, I did everything I could.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a team sport. Like there's a 1 in 30 chance of you winning that title. I mean, I get that you want the best players to win, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. They're still playing great. They're still phenomenal players. We got to give players their flowers, even if they don't end up victorious. As far as winning the cup or the trophy for their leagues.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Corey Perry, Jessica sent us that post earlier.
Yeah,
I think he responded to
it.
Yeah. He's lost 5 Stanley Cups in the past
That's
6
so
years.
heartbreaking.
So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I don't know if he won or if he just didn't make it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to look in. Jamie, he's off. I guess we'll never know. And then last year and this year for the Oilers. So that's tough.
It's very tough. Hang in there. I mean, you guys are so close.
There's always next year.
There's always next year.
Last thing on hockey.
For sure. I wanted to shout out, this was just like caught my eye. Because you rarely see like a defensive position when winning the most valuable player in any league. And this happened in hockey. Apparently, it's happened multiple times, but it's happened this year. So the goalie for the Winnipeg Jets, Connor Hellebuyck, won the MVP of the whole National Hockey League, which is crazy.
Yeah, I thought I saw the names of. It's funny. Hockey always. I see a hockey post, and they give you the name of the award, and they don't always say like.
This is like the MVP. Yeah.
So I saw a defenseman win something. I was like, that name sounds like MVP, where it must have been the best defenseman or something. Because then I saw the goal.
So a save percentage of .925, 47 wins, 12 losses, 3 overtime losses. Played 63 games. Like that's incredible.
Yeah, there's I used to be huge into hockey. Well, I shouldn't say huge, but I liked hockey a lot.
You played the video games.
In the early 2000s. No, I mean I watched. Like I liked Lindros and the Claire.
Oh, and the Flyers. Yeah.
That's and Jeremy Roenick, Chris Pronger. Even when Mike Richards was taking us to with Jeff
Carter. Yeah.
Anyway, like I enjoyed watching hockey. If we weren't so bad for so long, I probably would know more about it. But I'm getting slowly back into it with Briere being the GM. I'm kind of interested to see how he does. Apparently, people like him and understand it's going to take a while because it was such a shit show. But we'll see. Regardless, I'm rambling.
Regardless. Dude, Philly's.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Philly's like a fun place when hockey's good. They have fans, even if they're bad. If they're good, they'd be so much better.
Yeah.
And hockey's good to watch live. It's a very, very fun sport. There's so much action going on. Like I would go pay to watch hockey for sure.
Yeah, it's very fun. I lost my thought, grabbed it, put it back in.
Huge.
What I was gonna say was, I'm kind of getting back into it, and I've been listening to more information, and apparently. This kind of sounds dumb. It's like a quarterback. Like having a good goalie is difficult to find, and it's very, very valuable to a team because they can have very long careers, like 13 to 20-year careers, and if they're very good, the longevity is pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's tricky because it's tough to find a goalie. Apparently, they don't fully develop until like 26 or 7.
Gotcha.
But they're drafted at the normal, drafting age. So. The game from college to NHL or even the European game to NHL is much different. And so we let people like Bobrovsky go because maybe we didn't quite see it. And then it's like he's one of the best in the league.
Didn't give him enough time.
So, yeah, it's cool to see, I guess, a goalie win MVP. It's very easy to give it to the guy who scored the most goals. Right. But I think hockey does a good job of not doing that, actually.
So we'd have to look at him. But, yeah, I mean, hockey is like... It's a well-run organization.
Like I mean, Ovechkin has like 1 or 2, I think.
Okay.
So I would imagine he's led the league in scoring.
Times. For sure. I mean, he's got it. Yeah.
That's how basketball works.
I mean, the best play. I mean, this year didn't.
No.
I just thought the best player on the best team won it.
Well, yeah, I know, but he scored the most points, I think, per game.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah. Unless Giannis, but I think it was Shea.
Nah, yeah, it was probably Shea. He's having like 32.6. Ridiculous number.
Well, we can talk basketball now, I guess, because
hell yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. What is it? 3-2 now?
It's 3-2. Yes, correct though.
So
we're going back to Indiana.
Pacers looked strong.
Yes.
Coming
what
out
the hell? We didn't cover any of the playoffs.
No, I don't think
any of the finals. Sorry.
We talked about our predictions, but 5 games have gone by.
Yes.
And we haven't said a word.
Yes.
I think games 1, 2, and 3 were good games. I think 3 Pacers won somewhat handily, and the one when they won game 1, the Thunder were up all game,
and then with the alley
at the last second. So Pacers looked good going into game 4. A lot of people had problems with the referees in game 4. I think it's a pivotal game. Whoever wins game 4, either Thunder come back and it's 2-2, and then they get 2 at home, or even though the Thunder get 2 at home in 5, 6, and 7, the Pacers won and they're up 3-1. They only need to grab 1 more. So I think that game 4 is super pivotal, and a lot of people had problems with the refs. Did you, or did you think Thunder won that game relatively fair?
I mean, they know how to force the contact. They know what the referees are looking for, and you've got to be stronger as a defender to not bite.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
They know how the refs are calling the games. It may have been like a tighter whistle in that game, but you got to adjust to it. That's the only thing you can really do.
I mean, if you're are the refs making the right calls? Is a thing. Like you can get baited
just
into
think-
getting someone on the wrist,
Yeah.
but like, are you getting them on the wrist or are they flopping?
Got you. I think the refs just need to be consistent, and consistency is a game by game thing. I think if you're calling it tight early in the game, call it that way the whole game. If you're letting them play, call it that way the whole
Because
game.
I think they've actually been doing a good job with the flagrants and stuff.
Okay.
Either calling them or not.
Yeah.
They're letting them. They really analyzed one that I think some of the Richard Jefferson thought was going to be a technical or a flagrant one, and Michael, what's his name? The ref that they interview. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know.
He said,
Steve Javy?
No, I thought it was Michael something.
I think it's Steve Javy.
I think it's all right, we'll figure it out. Jamie, you're gonna be Jamie today.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said it wasn't gonna be. Long story short, they were like, there was no. Yes, it was aggressive, but there's Damn.
Yeah.
Is Michael? Look up the NFL guy.
That's my boy's. That's my boy's Priest.
For real?
Yes.
Oh wow. Where's he from?
He's from like Jersey, I think.
See who the NFL guy's name is.
NFL head referee.
Or like referee interviewer.
Isn't it like oh no, referee referee interview.
We need Jessica.
Interview guy.
Nah, she would never find this. I don't even know what
Mike Pereira, there you go.
Mike Pereira.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mikey P.
So anyway, yeah, Thunder are up. I think we both had Thunder winning the series. We just couldn't believe in the Pacers.
Right.
Although they're doing again better than I would have thought they would. Like I
don't know how they got this far.
I think they could win Game 6. I don't see why they wouldn't.
The thing is, have you seen the Halliburton injury?
No.
He's got a calf injury. So he had 4 points in Game 5.
Yeah.
So he was shut out. He didn't do that well, didn't perform that well. He had no field goals that game. They're all free throws.
Wow.
He had an MRI. They have not conclusively said like what came up on the MRI. But I think I read something that it could be my games, but the coach Rick Carlisle was planning on not having Halliburton for Game 6.
That's not great.
Yeah, that's your superstar
I mean, they
player.
do have a lot of depth, and like that's what makes them great.
Yeah.
But
without
that makes them
Halliburton,
great contingent upon Halliburton. Doing his thing.
They need him out there just as a floor general to get the guys in the right spots.
That sucks. Well, if he does play, or let's just in a theoretical world where he would have played, I could see them winning Game 6.
In the end as well, yeah.
At that point, you need one.
Yeah.
And it's like whole season, just one game, reset, refocus. Doesn't really home away. I mean, it matters, but it's a one game type of feel.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, who do you got? Because it'll be over by the next episode.
I'm going to take OKC.
I'm going to have to take OKC too.
Well, especially
Jalen Williams. We didn't even talk about
40
him.
bomb.
40 bomb.
Yeah.
He got almost 2 tactical nukes in one game.
This dude had like 23 points on like backdoor cuts, just like playing hard.
Yeah, he shot pretty well.
Yeah, no, he shot very well, but he just had a clean game. Like he was just in the right spots, making the right plays, but like he got a lot of easy ones.
I heard somebody post that right now he'd be the MVP of the finals.
No.
I don't think that's true.
No, Shea's still averaging 30.
Yeah, and I think
he had like the most points through the first 3 games ever.
Yeah, and he's got Williams has slightly more rebounds, slightly less assists, and then a decent chunk less points, like 8 less points, and then I assume better defense. I could be wrong, but that being said, it's like no, you had a 40 points snuck in there, and his average points per game are like 23.8, which is great, but
it's still phenomenal.
You put a little sneak of 40 bomb in there,
that'll bring up the average a little bit.
Yeah. Shea's going 30 and 5.
Yeah.
He just set the record for most times in a whole postseason ever at 12.
And didn't Shea still? How many points did Shea have last game? He probably had near 30.
Yeah,
like
that's what I always talk
mid-20s.
about. Every time we bring him up, it's like it's a weird. He doesn't do the Harden averaged 33.6 that one year, and he had like 12 50-point games. That means he had some where it was 20. Shea just scores 30 every game. He's 35 and 6 every game. He's so consistent. So I mean, I still have him as MVP. I think it was obviously relatively clickbait of a post, but someone had him. Someone had Jalen over him.
Yeah, I don't love it. I do think that Shea, if the OKC does prevail and win this championship, I think he will get MVP, and he's going to be in a category because he's going to win MVP of the regular season, and win the finals, and then a finals MVP on top of that. That's a hell of a year.
It's a huge. Did Jokic do that, or did Embiid?
That's
Did
a good
Jokic have
question.
1 or 2?
He's got 3.
No, titles.
1.
I think Embiid might have won it.
No, that year I think it was
The Warriors won when Embiid won it. Who won last year?
Last year was the Celtics.
And the year before that was Denver.
Yes. So that might have been the Embiid year.
That was the Embiid year.
Yeah.
Damn. So Jokic,
He was pissed off. He was pissed off about that. Honestly, he deserved it. I thought Embiid should have won the year before, and then Jokic should have won.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. There's some other news around the NBA.
Yeah.
Are we good on the finals? I think so.
We're good.
I think Thunder are going to win.
I think Thunder are going to win as well.
Yeah. Desmond Bain traded for
Bain.
the mortgage.
Yeah.
He sent it all. I mean, he's a good player. I've always liked him.
Yes.
Whether John Morant's in or out of the lineup.
4 picks and 2 players?
Or first round picks.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. 1 second, maybe.
I think they're all first.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I play Dynasty fantasy football.
Yeah.
I'm not moving 4 first round. I don't even have 4 first round picks because you only get 3 years out. But I'm not moving 4 first round picks for
Desmond Bain.
I mean, he's not a 6-man, but he's the 4th
starter.
best player on a championship team.
Yeah. I mean,
He's not the 3rd best. He's made almost if he's great, but
Orlando's got a solid little squad though.
They do.
With them. But I mean, that's still a lot.
But Cole Anthony was good.
He was great. Yeah. He struggled a little bit this season, but he got the end of the season he was really, really good.
I mean, I don't mind moving him, but 4 picks. I
Yeah.
mean, that's great. I mean, that's who he's replacing, right? In theory.
Yeah.
So who do they have now? They have Wagner,
Franz,
Bain, Paolo,
P5.
Yeah, who's their 4 and 5?
Jonathan Isaac maybe. No, I think he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that up. I think their 4 and 5 is pretty strong. Orlando Magic roster. Oh, they got Suggs.
Suggs is going to start.
They got both Wagners. Yeah, I think it is Jonathan Isaac. I think you're right.
They're this depth chart on ESPN has Desmond Bain playing point guard and shooting guard.
Oh, I need to look at the depth chart.
It's so funny. He's got to play 2 positions because they traded everybody. Franz Wagner's a dog. Paolo Banchero's an absolute dog. Wendell Carter's solid.
Suggs will probably play point guard for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about the Orlando Magic. Desmond Bain got traded. He's a good little player, but it was crazy. 4 first-round picks is nuts. The Lakers sold Dave. That was kind of out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah. I did not see this coming. I mean,
Magic Johnson getting his payday.
No, it's Jeannie Buss. It's just the Buss family that sold their majority ownership.
Oh, so this dude's not even getting all of it?
No. So they bought the team for around $67 million in the 70s, right before Magic was drafted, and now they're selling it for $10 billion.
I mean, why would you not
cash in?
Jeannie Buss doesn't want to be doing that anymore.
No, I mean
it's generational wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. And they still have some part ownership. Still, they didn't sell everything. They just sold.
Whatever. You get season tickets to the best seats, and you don't even.
I mean, you still own part of the team.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
So, dude, $10 billion is
crazy. Yeah. It's a good move. It's a great financial move. I would do.
She's gotten shit on in the media too for a long time. I mean, they made the show, so I think it helped her.
I like the show. The show was good.
Yeah,
I'm mad it got canceled.
I watched a couple episodes.
I didn't watch season 2.
I think it helped. She was probably unfairly treated, but for her, if I were her, I'd have done this a long time ago. I don't know if she was getting $10 billion a long time ago, but it's enough of this crap. I don't know.
I mean,
$10 billion is a ton. She's working a decent amount at the very least to market. She's got to go to different events, and now it's just boop,
$10 billion in my pocket.
$10 billion, and I don't have to stress about it.
Yeah, and I still get to own part of the team. It's not like she sold everything. She's still going to be around, but her role is going to be a little bit lesser. But $10 billion for the Lakers.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Is that how much? I mean, I didn't think they were worth.
So they're not. They're obviously going to pay more than they're actually worth because they're going to go up.
Oh, sure.
The price of them is just that's how the world works.
Yeah.
So you overpay for them, but yeah, $10 billion. They're probably worth $7 billion right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Warriors are really worth a lot of money for some reason too. I mean, for some reason they're great, but I feel like they're not
historically. Yeah,
but they are. I mean, they had Wilt there, and that's it. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Jason Richardson,
Jay Rich, they had
Baron Davis.
Steven Jackson.
Yeah. So anyway, they're $6 billion. You got something here about LeBron. Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know this one. This isn't me. This might be Michael J.
Oh, okay, well, we're just gonna skip that then.
Yeah, unless we want to phone a friend.
No, we don't.
Okay,
let's ask him because his face will be here. Mike,
what do you say, Michael? Good talk.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Move on then.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. Baseball. Ave, I don't know if you got a chance to like either read into it or if you watched it and heard the announcers, but Otani is pitching again.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
He did run it up to 100 miles an hour. I saw some of the outing. It looked like his pitches were moving well. That being said, no strikeouts, no walks either, which is important.
Yeah.
But no strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 earned run.
How many innings?
1.
Just 1 inning?
But yeah,
So
that's
he
what I was
started.
gonna ask. So I guess you didn't see anything.
I didn't follow up. I just saw the headline that he was going to pitch.
Yeah, so I saw the box score first, and I figured, I shouldn't say I figured like that. I thought maybe he got hurt,
Mhm.
and then I saw no news about him getting hurt, but I didn't see any news about that being the plan either. I'd have thought somebody would have came out and been like, "Oh, that was
He's
the
only going to
plan."
pitch, yeah. An inning. So did he start the game and then
He
he did
did.
1 inning?
Yeah, and then he moved to DH,
That's very strange.
and then yeah.
that doesn't make real sense to me.
Well, you definitely getting game time. You do it slowly, and if he was on like a 25 pitch count,
Gotcha.
in theory, you can get through 2 innings maybe or a 30, but you can also have a 1 bad inning and throw 24 pitches, and they're like, all right, you're not going back out for 1 pitch.
So if why would you start him on the mound though? So like if he was
He's not going to come in relief.
no, okay, that's
It's
not.
not going to be like high stakes situation. It's really just.
I mean, say you're up like 4 or 5 runs and you plan for him to come into the game.
No, you just control the situation a little bit more.
Got
Like,
you.
You're starting. If shit hits the fan, we got 9 innings to figure it out. It's gonna start 0-0, no one on base. First pitch of the game, all you.
Gotcha.
Like, you don't want to just wait and be like, you might pitch today, and then it's tight the whole game, and then it's like, oh, you didn't.
I mean, but you can do that for multiple games. You have 160
Yeah,
games
they
plus.
want to get him back on the mound starting the game. It's definitely a different mentality.
Gotcha.
Nah, yeah, you got to do it this way. You just kind of talk to your bullpen and you say, hey, here's the plan. He's going 1, long reliever. You're expected to go 4 or 5 today,
Mhm.
or even just have a 6 starter kind of guy. Say, hey, you're.
I mean, they got enough pitches in that
yeah,
bullpen.
for sure. In Otani's same division, there was a major trade and news after the trade.
Yeah.
So Rafael Devers, honestly, the opposite of Desmond Bain. I would say Devers is a better baseball player than Desmond Bain is
A basketball
player.
Yeah.
They traded like 2 average pitchers
Prospects or
and 3 prospects. Yeah.
Okay.
But prospects are tough in baseball.
Yeah, you really don't know.
Anyway, a lot of the news is that they totally underpaid. It's the same thing as when they did Mookie Betts and Chris Sale, and like Red Sox fans. I don't know if
I mean, Red
unhappy
Sox
'cause
have a
they're
bad
still-
rap for selling players.
Yeah. I mean,
Babe
Babe
Ruth.
Ruth. Yeah, they do. And this seems like it might be another one just because the return wasn't great. Big news, though, is that Devers on the first day or like his first interview, they asked him about playing first base, and he goes, I'll play anywhere the team needs me.
No.
Yeah, they make the rules. I just follow them.
No.
Yeah. So I thought that was so funny.
No, he did not.
Yeah. For those of you who don't tune in to every episode or just haven't heard that, a huge problem in Boston was that they signed Alex Bregman, who's a Gold Glove third baseman, and wanted to move Devers to first, who's not good at third base. And he's
never played it before in his
and
life.
he made it a whole big deal. And I saw clips of him today taking ground balls at first. in
Yo,
San
that is
Francisco.
actually insane.
Yeah.
So do you think like he ultimately like wanted out of Boston? Didn't Boston was he a free agent going into Boston or was he traded to Boston?
No, I think he started. He always was at Boston.
Oh, he was always in Boston. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he came through Boston.
Got you.
I don't know because Jared Duran, who's one of their better players, their center fielder, and this was probably taken out of context, so I'm not reporting on this, but the post I saw said, it just was a quote that said, he's just another guy, or it was just one player, something like that.
After the trade.
In response to Rafael Devers getting traded.
Mhm.
And so if that is what it looks like,
Yeah.
then maybe there was bad blood with Devers in the locker room.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
there could have been a long paragraph, and at one point he said, it's only one player,
Right.
He's a great player, but we're going to have to figure it out. And in that context, it doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
But so I don't know what he said.
I mean, I can see it happen, like, because I mean, you want to be a team guy, especially when you have great players. You want to be part of a winning culture. And, like, if a guy's not buying in, it drags down the whole locker room. So, like, that could be a reason why Boston may have shipped him out for less than what he's actually worth.
Yeah. I guess that's true. another guy who might get shipped soon, or rumor has it, you got to feel bad for him. It's tough to feel bad for him, though. I mean, national champion, rookie of the year, all-star starter as a rookie, supermodel, gymnast, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just a stud.
Yes.
Plays for the Pirates. Somehow you still feel bad for him. He has like a 2.11 ERA in his career. He has the lowest ERA in the MLB since his first game.
Mm-hmm.
So since in the Paul Skeens era, Paul Skeens is the best pitcher.
Yeah.
You know, however you want to, if you
By that
consider
metric,
ERA,
yes.
And he's like 15-9 or something. Like, it's not that good.
Yeah.
The most he's given up 5 runs once. He's given up 3 runs twice, and then it's 0-2 for like 33 to 35 starts. So poor guy. I mean, you could get the house for him. So I mean,
absolutely. You could trade a whole franchise for him.
if I were the Pirates, I would move him.
Cash out.
Honestly,
they're not going to be good for a while.
No, they have a couple of like pretty good young pieces to the point where if they traded him, they could honestly get enough to almost be like a wild card push type of team.
That's how much Paul Skeens is worth.
Yeah, like in 2 years from now, because you're gonna get you could get 2 starting pitchers and an outfielder plus 3 more prospects, and it's like not as good as him, but
team-wide,
it might
cohesive,
build a team enough to get into the wild card. Now, that's kind of what happens with the Pirates. They sneak into the wild card every 5 years, every 6-7 years maybe. But whatever, we'll see what happens. I think people think they're going to move him just because it seems hopeless, and he's so good that anyone would trade anyone for him. He's like the biggest thing since, I don't know,
sliced bread,
young Kershaw, or sliced bread even. Home run.
Who we got?
I think Marlins. Yeah.
Oh boy, Rangers.
Ranger. Beedoo. I think it's 1-0. Or we might have some runs.
No, it's 4-1.
4-1.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much, MLB's so long, it's tough to talk about. I think that's the major stuff. Judge is still crazy. I don't think he's above 400 anymore, but he is leading the AL for the Triple Crown, tied for home runs with Cal Raleigh, that catcher that's randomly hitting Warriors. Maybe they're producing again.
They should, dude. Bring back the fans. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Soto's kind of heating up a little bit.
Dude, but he's been embarrassing. It's awesome. Like, he makes such dumb mistakes. And so every time,
or just batting?
Running the bases in the field too. Yeah. He got doubled up so bad by Acuna yesterday because he didn't tag
that's
up.
Another one. Acuna's on a heater on the comeback.
Yeah. I mean, he's great. He always will be great. He's as good as Soto, in my opinion. So Braves are so good with contracts. They sign their guys early. Ozzie Albies is on like a 7-year, $35 million deal.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's swinging better and like producing more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know that I follow anti-Met social media, but I definitely don't follow pro-Met social media.
I mean, if you're liking the Phillies,
and I think the media
that's what you're gonna get.
Like nationally down to rat on the Mets, especially because like they like the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I just see a ton of posts of Soto, and it's like 700 million, whatever, and he's like doing the dumbest thing, like missing a fly ball because the sun, shit like that.
The polar bear's doing well as well.
Yeah, enough Mets. I mean,
Soto was
okay. Yes, the polar bear's doing fine, but yeah, he is. I don't know. I don't think we should talk All-Star break, but we can talk that next bit, unless that wasn't you who typed
I just typed that in right now. Okay, I want you to break it.
So yeah, well, did you see it yet
in the store?
Yeah.
Did you see? I watched
I have not watched YouTube play. I know it's only single player though.
Yeah. So all right. Anyway, backyard baseball, which is a childhood phenomenal game of ours. If you're an everyday listener, you've probably heard. I think we brought up a couple of those games for the best sports games of all time. It has come to PS5, which is our gaming system of choice these days as mature adults.
The only right decision.
That being said, Ave, I saw the gameplay. It looks garbage.
Really?
I mean, not garbage, but it looks exactly the same as the computer did.
Yes.
But not even slightly better, in a sense that like the ball kind of still looks shitty as it comes in.
I feel like that's nostalgic though.
It is, but I just feel like I want it to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be. There was a version that came out on Xbox. I never got it, but I had it at like a friend's
and it was
house.
upgraded.
Dylan Perlman had it. If you know him.
Yeah.
And Francois was friends with him, so we would go over his house. It was like 3-dimensional, and like you had when you play, did you ever play MLB, like the video game?
Like on PS1,
So
PS2.
you have a real batter's view, and the pitch, like, I don't know, it's not two-dimensional, and I didn't think it was going to be that, but I mean, it is the
A carbon
exact
copy.
same thing
Really?
as the 2001 version of it.
The one thing in the notes for that game is like the people who developed it didn't have like the actual source code from like the PC version of it. So like they made that kind of from scratch.
Wow. Well, I didn't play it, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
You just watched it on
Maybe I was watching it and it was a fluke thing, but I could have sworn I clicked one that was relatively recent.
It's $10. I might just give it a try either way.
Yeah, you gotta let me know because I'm down to play if you tell me.
The only thing is
it's
it's
fun.
single player though. I wish we
Yeah, but I would drink beer and go in Discord
That's
and
true.
play with you.
Yeah. Start a season up.
Yeah, see like who could be better.
Start a home run derby. That'd be fun.
Yeah, or like just play on a really hard
setting. I'm down.
All right, enough baseball. F1?
Let's do tennis and then circle back to F1.
Okay.
Tennis, the French Open, my Frenchman over here, happened, I think, last weekend.
I always loved that tournament because of the clay.
The clay,
and
yeah.
I didn't know it was the French Open. And then I found out it was. And I was like, hell
Roland
yeah,
Garros, man. One of the most epic events, like this will be talked about for forever because of what transpired in the men's matchup. So you had number 1 and number 2 seeds respectively, Yannick Sinner versus Carlos Alcaraz in the final, Roland Garros center stage. And you know it's going to be a battle. It's 1 and 2, obviously, but it absolutely delivered. Like I said, one of the most epic matches of tennis you'll ever see.
Yeah.
So Yannick Sinner wins the first.
Who's ranked 1 and 2 right now?
So Yannick is number 1. Carlos Alcaraz is number 2.
That's always the case when I watch. And I got a stat to share after.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
So yeah, they're going forth, and Yannick Sinner wins the first 2 sets, and he's got Carlos Alcaraz in trouble in the 3rd set. He's about to do straight
Wasn't it
sets.
40 love at one point.
40 love, but in the 3, like it was already 3-5. So Sinner had 5 games won in that set. So all he needs is a 6, and he wins the whole set, wins the entire tournament.
Yeah.
So it's 3-5 or 5-3. Yannick Sinner. Carlos Alcaraz is down 40-0 in that game.
Yeah. So he needed one more.
He needed one more point. Yeah, he had match point for 3 straight, and it was his serve. It was Yannick Sinner's serve. So Carlos Alcaraz defended, and he won every single point. And then he took it to a tiebreaker, won that, and then he got the serve, and he tied it up at 5-5. I don't know what happens, but they go into a tiebreaker in that 3rd set. Carlos Alcaraz wins that 3rd set, and then he's at the top of the mountain. He's at the bottom of the mountain. He's got a huge mountain to climb still. Like he goes on, wins the 4th set, and then eventually he wins the 5th set. I think it was the longest match they've ever played. Roland Garros, like 5 hours, maybe 5.5.
Dude, his
4
stamina
hours.
is crazy. That's how
Hey,
he
yo.
used to be Djokovic. Hey, now. That's how he used to be Djokovic too. Djokovic too. Because
Young
Djokovic
legs.
was better.
Yeah.
At the
Just outlasted him.
Yeah, like he was a better tennis player. Maybe not today, but 2-3 years ago when Alcaraz was just getting there and Djokovic was maybe just out of his prime. But Alcaraz would not give up. I think they're kind of even head to head, Djokovic and Alcaraz. But when Alcaraz won, it was due to the stamina. Like he would not give up, and he gets all over the court.
Yeah, dude, phenomenal. Watch the highlights of that one. That was an event. I still can't believe Alcaraz won that. Like I was watching it.
I got so many text messages about it when it happened.
I was watching it, and like someone tried to like tell me like, "Yo, can you do this?" But I was like, "I'm watching tennis right now. This comeback is insane."
So I asked earlier who was ranked what.
Yeah.
The reason for that is because Sinner is like 91-3 against all competition. I don't know if that's in his career, but like it feels like it.
I mean, they're pretty young as well.
Career can't be that much longer than that.
91, yeah.
And
against anybody besides
Alcaraz.
Okay.
0-5 against Alcaraz.
He's never beat Alcaraz.
No.
And he never would.
Yeah, well, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so pro Alcaraz. Not that I'm anti-Sinner, I guess, but it's just so weird. I never see Alcaraz ranked 1. I mean, I'm sure he is. He has been plenty, but it's always Djokovic or Sinner. And I'm just like, all right.
That is a good point. I don't know.
wins.
Maybe he wins like the other tournaments that Alcaraz either doesn't participate in or loses a little bit earlier.
Yeah, like they just don't meet in the final. So and they're always on separate sides.
Right.
So yeah, that's got to be what it
Sinner's
is.
just ranking up the points on all the other events besides the times they play each other.
Yeah.
But an epic tennis match.
The ladies' side had a great winner too.
Yes, they did. So we have an American, Coco Gauff, beat Arina Sabalenka.
She's a fan favorite.
Coco Gauff,
Everybody loves Coco.
Yeah,
Gauff.
I like Sabalenka too. But at the press conference she did after losing this was just like I hated it. She was like, I made so many mistakes. Like anybody else would have beat Coco Gauff if this would have happened. Yeah, it was so corny. I was like, bro, just take the L.
Yeah, for real. I mean, whatever. You still lost. You don't need to like throw her under the bus.
Yeah, she was saying if like the girl that Coco beat in the semis to get to the finals, if she played her in the finals, she would have lost. Like it was just so whack, and like I just didn't like what I heard from Sabalenka.
Yeah, it sounds like a loser.
Yeah, but no, she's phenomenal. She's been winning like everything. She was the number one ranked tennis player.
What was Coco ranked when she won this?
She's top 10. I want to say like 7-ish. Okay. Yeah, but that's her second major. She won the U.S. Open a few years ago, so she's on her way to get that Grand Slam. And
I think they call these Grand Slams though in tennis. Remember, we couldn't clarify that.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought the Grand Slam is if you get like all 4 though. Or is that?
But that's golf.
Oh, that's golf. Okay.
Yeah, but that makes sense to me.
Okay.
I don't know if they'd say majors at all. I think the majors are Grand Slams, and then after that, it's just like a tournament. I don't know.
I got to get a tennis buff into the conversation.
Yeah, I don't feel like working.
But she's got 2 of 4. Love it for American tennis. We got to get some men's American tennis to that.
Yeah, there's a young kid. There's a bunch. Ben Holden or something. He's like I don't know if he's an influencer, but the young ladies like him. I don't know how
he dates Trinity Rodman, Dennis Rodman's son. I know you're talking about. I don't know his last name. Ben Shelton. Yeah.
I mean, he's like top 15.
Yeah. They got him, Taylor Fritz.
I think Alcaraz whooped his ass before.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah.
Taylor Fritz, Tommy something, and what's the brother's name?
Oh, the
brother. Yeah.
Kofu, Afu.
What is his name?
That sounds crazy what I just said, but I think it's something like his last name.
Tennis.
Isn't it something with a T? Tifo.
Tifo, yeah. Tiafoe, Francis Tiafoe. There you go. Tifo, yeah. What a beast. Yeah. So there's 4 Americans that are very, very promising on the men's side. They it's
just the top 2.
Yeah.
Not top
even Djokovic is still playing, so it's tough to get to that.
It's always been that way.
Yeah, I mean for the last 20 plus years. Yeah.
All right. I think I'm all tennised out.
Me too.
I don't want to move too fast.
Me too.
I can only squeeze that Ragas.
Formula Uno, and then it'll be quick for Formula One.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see the crash.
So this happened like lap 67. So Formula One Grand Prix in Canada this past weekend.
Francois was there.
Yeah, I saw it. I liked the story. It looked awesome.
Nice.
Great seats as well.
He's everywhere, man.
Dude, shout out to Swa.
I don't think he's...
Dude, I saw he was in a wedding in Italy too. Dude, he's
everywhere.
He's living life. I love it. I love to see it.
I'm in Vermont between that. Yeah,
I'm living through his Instagram stories.
Yeah.
What a beast. But yeah, lap 67. The 2 McLarens are in, I want to say, 4th and 3rd place, or 4th and 5th place. I want to say. And Lando Norris tries to overtake Piastri, and he goes on the outside, and he like clips the back left wheel of Piastri's and runs it to the wall and crashes out the race. So like, he gets no points for the race.
Wow. Both or did
no Piastri was clean, but he just like tapped literally like the margins are so small in these F1 cars.
Was it worth passing?
No.
Wow.
Like then there's like 3 other chances he probably had in the race to try it.
What was the reaction amongst the teammates? Like
so Piastri was cool.
Well, I guess Piastri didn't care.
Yeah, because he didn't crash out and he still kept his place in the race. Lando Norris admitted that he was at fault immediately. He was like, guys, it's all my fault. Like, I'm so sorry, let all you guys down.
Dude, that's rough.
Yeah, and they're fighting for championship. They're fighting for...
they're way ahead.
Yeah, but both, I'm saying, individually, they're fighting for a championship.
Yeah, it's tough for Norris.
Yeah. So he gets 0 points, and I think Piastri finished in 4th or 5th. So it's very disappointing for Lando. Didn't need to do this. It's still early in the season where he's going to have a lot more chances.
Piastri didn't finish first, though?
No. He did not
Wow.
finish
See,
fifth.
I understood they were like first and second.
No. This was like fourth and fifth.
Oh wow. Okay.
So George Russell was in first at
So
this point.
huge Mercedes weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
But because this crash happened so late in the race, they actually finished it under a safety car. So those positions that the races were in during that crash is pretty much what they finished in.
sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
That sucks.
But yeah, George Russell won the Grand Prix, came in first, Verstappen second, and then Kimi Antonelli came in third. So doubled up on the podium for Mercedes. Very, very
Is that
exciting.
Antonelli's first podium?
I want to say so. Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, Mercedes had a hell of a weekend. Max Verstappen got a lot of points this weekend, and then there was that drama with McLaren.
Yeah, good weekend. The Montreal Grand Prix is always a big deal. My dad went, I think, for 11, 12 days out of it with Tony and the boys. A lot of
Us in a
stories.
couple years.
Yeah, a lot of stories he didn't tell me until I was like
Grown enough.
18,
Yeah.
19. They had a good time.
Yeah.
They had a
We're
good
loading,
time.
brother. We're loading.
They left one of their friends like in a toilet, like in
Porta potties, everything.
no, it was a bar they were in, but like the toilet's closed. Why can't I think
like
about
a stall,
yeah, a stall.
Yeah.
And they just went to the next, did not realize like they left him, and he was like passed out. And so like they came back like 3 hours later, and he
Like,
was
where
still
is
just
he?
sitting there. And they
Yeah,
like,
man.
picked him up.
Probably got the best Z's of his life.
Yeah. All right, golf, and then we're hitting.
You
the
gotta carry
straightaway
me with
home.
this golf.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't. It was at Oakmont, so that's really the story.
Pittsburgh.
It's super hard, super thick, rough, and then the greens are insanely fast and slick.
Mhm.
Mike sent us a post that he would kill us if we didn't talk about. I think something along the lines of the average amount of putts per round for the PGA is like 287.
Mhm.
And at Oakmont this weekend it was 586. So
Per round?
that might not be the exact stat. Yeah, per round.
Sheesh.
That might not be the exact stat, but something along the lines of something relatively simple doubled.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Oakmont is known for its extremely, extremely difficult course. If you are not in the fairway, you are in deep trouble. I think the winning score for the weekend was 1 under.
1 over. Oh, yeah, one under. Yeah.
1 under.
Yeah, he's the only
It's
person
crazy.
he's the only person that finished above par.
Yeah, so par would have won you the PGA at this place. That's how hard it is.
Yeah.
Or you tied for
Almost, yeah.
first. But even more, on this last hole, it was a par 4, and he's sitting there. I mean, in theory, driver's not it must have been a risky shot. I don't quite understand. I don't have a good visual of the hole itself, but he drove the green.
Mhm.
So whenever you can drive the green, something about that hole is difficult because it wouldn't be just simple to do. Or else everybody would do it. So he drives the green and he leaves himself like a 30-ish foot putt that moves left and right.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got to just be thinking just 2 putt. I don't know what he was at. I guess he was 1 over at the time, and he was probably just thinking just 2 putt, get out of here with birdie, because he needed to birdie. That's why he tried to drive the green. So he putts it, and it's rolling, and it looks great, and then boom, sinks it, eagle. So 2 under on the gains 2 strokes on the last hole, goes to 1 under, wins the tournament. JJ
Spawn.
How do you say his last name?
Spawn,
Spawn.
yeah. It's very racially ambiguous.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Even wait till you see the thumbnail. I was like, can you brighten him a little bit? I can't. I think he's. I don't know.
I don't know what he
Maybe
is,
leave him
but-
there. I don't know. I think it was $4.5 million bag
For winning that.
for winning. Yeah, so life changing for him. I don't think
Absolutely.
he's ever won anything.
I think
like
wasn't he
that.
like talking about like giving up as well? I think there's a story.
Yeah, I mean he's not the youngest bloke,
Yeah.
so I mean it's tough to golf like that because they have to play or they have to pay money to enter tournaments as an amateur and then like as a small pro. Eventually you get invited to these things, but it costs money to try to be a professional golfer.
And just the travel, all that, the staying, you got to put up hotels for your family, all that. Like it's not cheap.
I think we covered most of it. Mike does want us to mention Sam Burns, who was in the lead for 2 days. And then there was a rain delay, and he went 4 over after the rain delay. So swing was looking pure for most of the tournament, and then they iced him, man. Mother
They
Nature
did. Yeah,
iced
I was
him.
about to say, there's nothing you can do about that. It's
No.
just something you have to deal with. That is absolutely heartbreaking for that man.
Where did he end up? Do you have the
pulled up
the standings
Yeah,
still pulled up?
So Scotty was top 10. Who we looking for Burns? So he finished tied for 7th. So in that round 4, he shot 8 over. Yeah, and finished at a 4 over total.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dude, that was a diabolical Sunday. Adam Scott shot a 9 over, but those are the 2 worst scores I'm seeing in like the top 25. Brooks Koepka. John Rahm got a top 10.
I haven't seen John Rahm do something great in a while. We could use it.
Don't live.
I like him.
I just don't watch live events, so like I don't
Truth.
know what they're. He might be putting up numbers in live, to be honest with you. But they're like, I feel like the ESPN doesn't even cover them though. Like, I've not seen an ESPN highlight for live.
Really?
Yeah,
I see it on TV on like the weekends. It's weird. I never really.
What did it come on CBS?
I don't know. Whatever channel you leave it on, like before you go to bed.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up with some soccer and then quick 2-minute drills.
For sure. Do you want to cover the soccer stuff? So we have the UEFA Nations League final, which happened this past weekend. This was Portugal versus Spain. So the old heads versus the young kids, and the old heads came through and won. So Ronaldo actually
what was it, 3-2?
2-2 in regular time. Ronaldo scored a goal. I don't know who scored for Spain. I think Oyarzabal and somebody else.
Not Lamine.
Not Lamine. Lamine actually got subbed out, I believe, in overtime of this match. But they ended up going to PKs at 2-2, and Portugal prevailed and won 5-3 in penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a Nations League title.
There was like weird beef between Yamal and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was media made.
Yeah. Like Lamine Yamal's an outspoken young kid, and they're saying he's not respectful enough to what Ronaldo's done, but he's just having fun out there. I don't think it's like malintentions. He's just being himself, being a kid, having fun.
Yeah, I mean, people liked it at first, and now he's too good, so he's gonna have hate.
When you win, it's definitely put into question. But I don't mind it. It's Lamine, be as you are, have fun. This is a game. It's bringing more fans to the game, bringing more eyes, more attention. So I don't mind it at all. There's a FIFA Club World Cup going on right now. Are you interested in that? It's in America right now.
It's just the beginning, right?
So the group stages right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we could talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love it. They've extended, like there's always been
it's like $1 billion pot.
Yeah, but do you know how it's spread out though? Like it's not like a prize for the winners. It's like the amount of fans you attract. That's how well you get compensated for the tournament.
Yeah, which is
it makes sense a little bit.
I guess, but
you want to have some incentive for teams to win.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird. It to me seems like such a money ploy.
It's such a money ploy because
the players are playing an extra potentially like I think 9 games.
Yes, for no reason.
Yeah, so I don't like it.
I don't love it either. They're like the Club World Cup has been a thing for a while, but it's usually like 8 teams, and it's usually like the Champions League winners from each continent. And they've expanded it in the U.S. I guess they're trying to prep for the World Cup, get more eyes on soccer. But I just don't love the idea. Let these players rest and have them ready for next season, then the World Cup. God forbid somebody gets hurt trying to play an extra game.
De Bruyne confirmed in Napoli. I don't think we knew that yet. I think we thought it was still rumors. Mm-hmm. Are they in the? Do you know if
they're not in the tournament? No.
Okay.
And there's some players like Muller's still playing for Bayern right now, which I don't like. There's some players that are going to leave, but they're still playing for their teams. And then Bayern just played like a semi-pro Australian team and beat them 10-0 in the Club World Cup.
10-0?
10-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Club World Cup. I'm sure
I'm gonna watch like when the big teams play each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's gonna end up with good games.
Yeah. Like PSG played Atletico, and I watched that game for a little bit. And they are playing their better players, like Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann was playing. PSG played like most of the lineup they had from that Champions League final. So like the big names are playing. I think Dembele's hurt, but the big names are playing for these squads. I just think they've had 60 plus games this season. Why are they playing another maybe additional 10 games?
They've already complained about it. But I mean, I don't know. I guess they're getting paid more.
Yeah, that does make sense. At least they're getting paid more.
Yeah. So I think soccer's kind of in a lull period. Like that tournament is potentially going to be fun, but for now it's not. We good on soccer?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. I actually don't have a 2-minute drill for the first time, so we are at that point. But I'm going to have to defer right over to you.
And I'm going to defer back to you because I don't have a 2-minute drill.
All right, then I guess it's time to sign off. So that being said, that was episode 40.
4-0, boys.
41 coming next week. Mike should be back. Jessica should be back. But as always, thank you for sharing the bands. Go like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your feedback. We will see you next week. See ya.
Do you want to do
That's literally all it was.
You want to do an intro?